Well, we can call it the worst case scenario. I think that'd probably be right. Um, Trey White is officially done for the 2021 season. And like the one position, I can't say that. Linebacker's pretty thin too, but like the one position that you were like absolutely can't take an injury at, this was it, right? This was it. You were super thin coming into the season at corner, and you kind of looked at that CB2 spot and said, listen, whatever we do, we just Trey can't get hurt and we'll be fine. Right? That was the concern. Trey can't get hurt and we're going to be just fine. But unfortunately, Trey White's season is officially over. What's up, Elliot, John, and Jeff? Thanks for joining. So there's no way to replace Trey White, right? When really you look at the type of season that he has had, 11 games, 1 interception, 6 passes defended, 41 tackles. That's a combination of 27 solo and 14 assists. Um, but he is as CB1 as it gets. And there's a very large drop off. So the question is, what's the diagnosis? Scott Blakely asked, what's the diagnosis? That is a torn ACL. So that is unfortunately this late in the season. Trey might hopefully will be ready for the start of training camp. But oh well. Jessica Tennis says next man up. Listen, the Bills have a lot of corners on their roster, but the question is, I don't think any of them were really ever primed to go in and say, yep, I'm here to take Trey White's job, because that was never the case. The great news for Buffalo is that you have a safety tandem that you trust an awful lot, that will be able to cover up a lot of issues. But the fact that it still remains, Trey White is officially done for the season. So here's what it's looking like. You still have Ciaran Neal in his 4th year. He can play corner for you. Levi Wallace is obviously your CB2. Now it's probably CB1. Dane Jackson is the next logical man to step up. But after that, you start getting into looking at what's on your special teams. Or, I'm sorry, what's on your practice squad, and you got to kind of start looking around elsewhere too. Cam Lewis has been a little banged up. He was inactive. That was listed out as a coach's decision, so you may see Cam Lewis activated moving forward. But it's pretty thin. Damar Hamlin, you may actually see Hamlin dress as well, just because you're probably going to want a little bit more of a coverage guy. Jaquan Johnson is a very solid safety for you, but I am assuming the Bills are probably going to ask their safeties to play a little bit more of a dominant role in trying to cover things up. So that means Damar Hamlin's probably a better coverage safety than Jaquan Johnson. So we may see a little bit more Damar Hamlin. But unfortunately, John Veneron, Dane Jackson into the deep end of the pool. That's what it looks like right now. And we'll see, how this all plays out from the start to the end here. Unfortunately, you do have to start looking around the league as well and start seeing who's out there on practice squads for other teams. Buffalo was definitely not shy about drafting defensive backs, and their practice squad has a litany of them. But, just as an example, Lafayette Pitts spent a bunch of time in Buffalo, and he's on Atlanta's practice squad. So you may see a return of a player like Lafayette Pitts. These are the types of things that are going to end up happening. You're probably going to go old familiar if you can. You cannot bring back Josh Norman, because I think he's actually signed in San Francisco right now, if memory serves me correct. You do have Elijah Griffin and Nick McLeod and Josh Thomas all in your practice squad, but that's where it ends. So I hate to give you guys bad news, but the reality is season's over for Trey White. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure we'll talk about it. Mario and I are recording in the car tomorrow. Just wanted to give you the update. My apologies. Have a great day, and go Bills. Go Brandon. Go find that guy. Because I'm not sure if you're comfortable going Levi and Dane Jackson the rest of the way. So I assume they're probably going to bring in somebody. And I'm assuming it's going to be somebody who they're a little familiar with. As I said, Lafayette Pitts probably makes the most sense. From a emergency, I got to start somebody right now. But hey, as always, go Bills.